around. In last lecture, we have seen the last point was the derivation on the forced vibration of damped system. And based on this, we have to start here the next point, that is the dynamic amplification factor. You can see here what is meant by this dynamic amplification factor. Dynamic amplification factor, it is a ratio of x of t to the del xt. Where what is meant by this x of t and del st? You can see here that x of t is a dynamic displacement at any instant of time t. Means x of t, it is a response. It is a response of the system. It is the response of the system which is measured in a dynamic displacement at any instant of time t. Okay, that is the x of t is the displacement at which there is a dynamic displacement will occur at any instant of time. That is nothing but that x of t. And the second thing is that is the del st. What is mean by this del st? It is a displacement which is produced by the static application of force F naught. Means it is a ratio of what is meant by this dynamic amplification factor. Dynamic amplification factor, it is a ratio of displacement, dynamic displacement at any instant of time to the displacement which is produced by the force F naught. Okay, so that ratio it is I have written here, that is DAF is equal to x of t divided by del st, where x of t, that is the displacement which is produces at a dynamic displacement at a instant of time t, and where del st it is a displacement which is produced because of the extra static force F naught is applied to the system. So you can see here that is DAF is the dynamic amplification factor. It is a ratio of x of t to del xt, where x of t is that is the dynamic displacement at any instant of time t, so that it is known as the x of t. And the second thing is that there is a del st, that is the del st which is produced the displacement at a static application of force F naught. So that the ratio of these two del st, x of t to the del st is nothing but a dynamic amplification factor. And based on this, we have to calculate what is the ratio of this. So based on this, if we solve this, x of t already we know in the last lecture already we have started this. If not, already we have seen the formula for this x of t, that is the dynamic displacement activity at a dynamic displacement at any instant of time. We have seen for the forced vibration, that is the F naught by k divided by root of 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 zeta r bracket square. That is the formula for our calculation part of our dynamic displacement at any instant of time. Okay, so based on this already we know that is the static displacement which is produces because of the force F naught. So you can see that st is equal to F naught by k. It is known as the static displacement. Okay, and already we know that is the x of t, that is F naught by k divided by root of 1 minus r square plus 2 zeta r bracket square, and del st already we know that is the F naught by k, that is the x static over here. So by taking the root of both, by taking the numerator and denominator over here, that is the ratio of x of t to the del xt, we get directly that F naught by k, and that F naught by k, that both on the numerator and denominator will be getting cancelled, and remaining term will be here as a 1 upon root of 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 zeta r bracket square, and that is the dynamic amplification factor is equal to, it is a 1 upon root of 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 zeta r bracket square. Okay, it is very simple. You can see here dynamic amplification factor. It is a ratio of x of t to the del st, where x of t is nothing but which is a displacement. That is the displacement at a dynamic displacement at a instant of time. That is the x of t. That already we have calculated in the last lecture. That is the x of t. What is the formula? F naught by k divided by root of 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 2 zeta r bracket square. That is our formula. And second thing is that what is meant by this del st? That del st is nothing but it is a static displacement. And what is the formula for static displacement? That is the f naught by k. So by dividing by putting these two values of x of t and del st into this formula, we'll get as directly as the daf is equal to 1 upon root of 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 zeta r bracket square. Okay. In this way, that is the dynamic amplification factor, that is equal to 1 upon root of 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 zeta r bracket square. Such a types of the problems on this formula will be asked for your examination. So that all of you write down this. First, I will give you the two lines all of you write, and based on this you write these formulas whatever I have written on the board. Write down dynamic amplification factor. Dynamic amplification factor. Dynamic amplification factor. Write down dynamic load factor. Dynamic load factor. Dynamic load factor or dynamic amplification factor. Dynamic load factor or dynamic amplification factor is defined as the ratio of the dynamic displacement, the ratio of the dynamic displacement, the ratio of the dynamic displacement at any instant of time, at any instant of time, at any instant of time to the displacement that would have been produced by static application of force F naught. Static application of force F naught. So you can write down this. Once again I will read here. Dynamic load factor is defined as the ratio of dynamic displacement at any instant of time to the displacement that would have been produced by static application of force F naught. Okay, that is the definition of this dynamic amplification factor. Now you write down these formulas whatever I have written for the dynamic amplification factor, and you denote this x of t, what is meant by this x of t and what is meant by this del st in your notebook. I will give you the 5 minutes, all of you write down. Okay, if all of you completed, we'll go for the next point, that is the force transmitted to the foundation. Okay. Maybe all of you succeeded. We go for the next point. Write down the force transmitted to the foundation. तुम्हाला समजलं का? You can see here. It is a ratio of x, that is the dynamic displacement at any instant of time, to the static displacement with respect to the static force F naught, that is the del st, and based on this we have to calculate this DAF, that is the damp amplification factor. Already we know what is this dynamic displacement, x of t. Already we know in the last lecture we have derived this derivation, that is the F naught by k divided by 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 zeta r bracket square. And already we know the what is the del st, that is the static displacement, that is the F naught by k. If we take the ratio of these two, we get directly as a DAF factor, that is the damp amplification factor, as 1 upon root of 1 minus r square bracket square plus 2 zeta r bracket square. So that is the damp amplification factor. Such a types of the questions will be asked for your examination for 5 marks. So you have to give the definition of this damp amplification factor, and based on this you have to go for this, what is the formula for damp amplification factor. And if such a theory question is not there, then there will be some problems will be asked on the same formulas. Okay. Write down the next point: force transmitted to the foundation and transmissibility. Force transmitted to foundation and transmissibility. So all of you write down this: force transmitted to the foundation and transmissibility. Write down this point. First we will discuss about this TR. What is meant by this TR? TR is a transmissibility ratio. Okay. Write down this next point: force transmitted to the foundation and transmissibility. Below this write down TR is equal to FT upon F naught. FT upon F naught. Where you can write a definition as it is a ratio of force transmitted to foundation, force transmitted to the foundation by total force generated. Okay. बघा काय या ठिकाणी what is meant by this transmissibility? Force transmitted to the foundation, and second thing is that it is a ratio of force transmitted to foundation by the total force generated into the system. But it is a ratio of force transmitted to the foundation towards the, it is a ratio of force transmitted to the foundation to the force generated, whatever the total force which is generated into the system. So what is the ratio? That is FTR is the transmissibility ratio. TR is equal to FT upon F naught. So it is known as a ratio of transmissibility. So it is known as a transmissibility ratio. It is a ratio of force transmitted to the foundation towards the force generated, total force generated into the system. That is the F naught is the total force generated into the system, and Ft is the force which is transmitted to the foundation. Okay, so write down these points. First, write down this force transmissibility. That is the force transmitted to foundation, and transmissibility. Write down the point, and in that you write down it is a ratio of. It is a ratio of. It is a ratio of force transmitted. It is a ratio of force transmitted to the foundation. It is a ratio of force transmitted to the foundation by the total force generated, by the total force generated. The transmissibility is measured by two ways. Transmissibility is measured by two ways. Write down first force transmissibility, and second displacement transmissibility. Second is the displacement transmissibility. Okay, but all of you understand this? That is the force transmitted to the foundation and the transmissibility. What is this? From whatever the force of the structure force which is transferred towards the foundation from the amount of force, that is nothing but a ratio of transmissibility. That is the TR, that is the Ft upon F naught. Ft is nothing but a force transmitted to the foundation. F naught is the total amount of force which is generated into the system, that is the F naught. So that is the ratio of force transmissibility. And based on this, there are the two derivations. First one is the derivation number 1, which is related to the force transmissibility. The force transmissibility. And the second is that is the displacement transmissibility. That is the displacement transmissibility. You can write the same, and only these two derivations are remaining from this chapter. That is the transmissibility, that is the force transmitted to the foundation with respect to the force transmissibility, and the second one is the displacement transmissibility. Okay, so we'll see these two derivations, and based on this we'll see some problems. Okay, so all of you write on this. If you have completed, we'll go for the derivation number 1, which is related to the force transmissibility. Complete this within 2 minutes. We'll go for the first derivation. Write on the diagram. Draw the diagram first. Draw this diagram in your notebook, and if we take the free body diagram of this FBD, we get directly as a, that is the F naught cos omega t, and where these two forces are here, that is the Kx Cx dot and Again, draw this diagram first. Okay. You can see here this. First is the derivation of the force transmitted to the foundation and the transmissibility. It is a ratio with respect to the Ft to the F naught, where Ft is the force transmitted to the foundation, to the F naught is the total force generated into the system. You can see here this is one mass free damper system I have shown here. That is the mass, that is F naught cos omega t, that is the force. That is the changes with respect to the x, and there is a k is the spring constant k, and c is the damping coefficient. And you can see here, if we take the free body diagram from this, there are the two forces, only these two, kx and ch dot, that are transferred towards the foundation. That are transported towards the foundation. You can see here, if you take the free body diagram up to that, you can take the free body diagram in this way. There are this kx and ch dot, that two forces are transferred towards the foundation. So you can see here, this total forces coming on the ground. Which are the total forces coming on the ground? There are the two forces. One is the kx and second one is the ch dot. So whatever the force, that is the F base, that is the with respect to the sub base, foundation base. Which are those? That is the kx of t plus cx of t. So these two are transferred towards the foundation if we take the free body diagram, and they are registered towards the upward forces. So transmission is with respect to this k and the c. So if we take the addition of these two, that will become a F base, that is the force transmitted towards the foundation. And for solving this equation, as already we have seen in the last derivation, that is with respect to the that damping is provided. Again, that is the forced vibration of damped system. So if we go for this, solving this, x of t is equal to x is the amplitude into cos of omega t minus phi, that we have taken omega t minus phi, that is the some phase angle will be formed here, omega t minus phi. And by putting this value of x of t, x dot of t into this, so we'll get x of t, already we know, that is x into cos of omega t minus phi. If we take the first derivative of this, it will become minus x omega into cos the derivative minus sin. So minus sin omega t minus phi into omega. If we put these two values in terms of this above equation number 1, we get as the F base is equal to kx omega. So kx, that is the k into x into cos of omega t minus phi. Second term is the cx dot, so that minus x omega into c into sine of omega t minus phi. In this way, we get an that is the second value, that is the formula of F base is equal to kx cos of omega t minus phi minus cx omega into sine of omega t minus phi. Up to this, all of you write down. We go for the next step. Okay, once again I will tell you what is this. But a force transmitted to the foundation and transmissibility. Force transmitted to the foundation with respect to the force. So what is mean by this TR with respect to force? That is the Ft to the F naught, where Ft is nothing but a force transmitted to the foundation, and F naught is the total force generated. That is the ratio of force transmitted. Based on this, we will go see for the first point, that is the force transmissibility. You can see here that is the F naught is the force, F naught cos omega t, F of t is there, mass is the with respect to inertia force, K is the spring constant K, C is the damping coefficient C, and if we take the free body diagram of this, there is a force transmitted towards the foundations are with respect to Kx and with respect to the Cx dot. So based on these four total forces which are coming on the ground are, there are the Kx dot, that is the Kx plus Cx dot. So if we take this x of t is equal to x into cos of omega t minus phi, where x is the amplitude, cos of omega t minus phi, that is the phase angle with respect to cos. And if we take the first derivative and by putting this x and x of t value in terms of this equation, we get directly as a f base. Okay. In this f base, there is a this kx into cos of omega t minus phi minus cx into omega into sin of omega t minus phi. You can see here these are the two, where is a sine and cos, and there is a phase angle which is produces as a 90 degree. So we'll take as a that f base with respect to that first term and the second term. If we take the right angle triangle, and from this if we take this ft will be become as a kx square plus cx omega square. This is sine, this is a cos. So if we take the root of this ft, that is the transmissibility ratio, by taking the angle as a 90 degree. So from that directly we get as a kx square plus cx square, and from this if we take the x as a common, we get directly as a k square plus c omega square. Up to that maybe all of you have written. Okay, so write down 2-3 lines over there. Write down where these two terms respectively, we have best below, all of you write down. Where these two terms respectively represent the force developed in spring, and damper, force developed in spring and damper, full stop. Thus the amplitude at the total harmonic force, transmitted to support is given by ft is equal to root of kx square plus cx omega bracket square. Below this, write down these two forces are having 90 degree phase difference. 90 degrees phase difference. So we can take the vector sum of two forces. Okay. Baga, F base, that is with respect to the kx cos omega t and cx omega sin of omega t with respect to damping angle, with respect to stiffness k, that is the spring force, and the damping force will become here up to the foundation support. And based on this, these are the two forces. Which one is the kx cos omega t minus phi, and second force is the cx omega into sin of omega t minus phi. or these two forces are with respect to the phase difference of 90 degrees, so that we can write as a Ft is equal to vector sum of the two forces. So Ft is equal to root of k square plus cx omega square, where x is the common term we have taken outside, into root of k square plus c omega square. That is the value of Ft, that is the force transmitted to the foundation. Up to this, all of you clear? Maybe within 1 minute our meeting will be over. All of you rejoin the same link on the same lecture. Okay. So all of you write down this. Write on the next point. Already we know the x value. What is the x value? All of you write down what is the x value. X is the f naught upon, in last derivation we have sorted out this x value. X is equal to f naught upon k minus m omega square bracket square plus c omega square. If you are completed up to this, we'll go for the next point. Write down the x value. X is the amplitude. All of you know the value of x. Write down this x value. X is equal to f naught upon root of k minus m omega square plus c omega square. All of you rejoin the meeting once again.